Some experiences that you have in your life stay with you forever. For me, it was this visit to Sequoia National Park and the Kings Canyon National Park. The most healing experience of my life. Heaven on earth. So we keep talking about mental fitness on Beer Biceps, and I keep talking about meditation. That's one mental fitness exercise. One other huge mental fitness exercise is spending time in nature. There's nothing that'll teach you more about yourself than being in the middle of a forest, in the middle of trees. Currently we're in the Sequoia National Park in California. It's some of the oldest trees in the world. I've only spent about 15 minutes here and I already feel kind of heady. I already feel kind of a high going on inside my head. That's what spending time in nature can do. It's hard to believe that this piece of heaven is only 4 to 5 hours away from Los Angeles. The Sequoia National Park is possibly the most beautiful place that I've visited in the world, and it's not something that you think of when you think of American tourism. But trust me, just walking through this forest is an experience by itself. You witness sights like the General Sherman tree, the largest tree in the world. You witness sights like the fallen tunnel log, which is basically a sequoia tree that's fallen down and then they've made a road through it, they've made a tunnel through it. Sights like that take over your mind. It's some of the most memorable things that you'll ever see in your life. But the park doesn't only charm your eyes and your mind, it charms your heart. It affects your internal world. Now I love national parks and I love forests, but this forest is extremely different. There's something enchanting about it. There's something special about it. You know that you're walking through history when you're walking through this forest. You kind of feel like every single tree is much more alive here than anywhere else in the world. Being in nature gives you perspective. Each of these trees, in order to grow that big, it takes 2,000 years. That means that in those 2,000 years, it competes with other trees, it competes with weather conditions, it competes with the harsh sunlight in order to grow this big. For each tree that's grown this big, there's a million trees that have died along the way, that have kind of just lost out in that battle. You're witnessing a part of history. Nature is one of the most important things on this planet, and the people of California, especially the people who are taking care of Sequoia National Park, they're doing so much just to conserve the place. They're making sure that trees aren't allowed to be cut. They're basically maintaining the forest really well, not for themselves, not for their own kids, not for their own future generations, but just for the peace of this forest. Global warming is affecting our planet, and to be honest, I feel like any kind of change that you want to bring in the world begins with yourself. That's something that I've learned from the people of California and America in general. They take a lot of action. There was a signboard on the outside of the park that said something like, don't get into conservation movements and conservation causes for conserving forests for your kids or future generations. Help in conserving forests for the sake of the forest. This is their place in the universe, their place on this planet. They have as much of a right to this planet as any other human being does. And that emotion is something you only understand after walking through Sequoia National Park. Trust me, if you ever get a chance to visit California, you have to visit this place to realize how small you are. And just when I thought that I'd seen everything, California shocked me with its beauty once again. Yesterday we were at the Sequoia National Park, today we're at the Kings Canyon National Park. Yesterday was all about the big trees, today's the big mountains and the big meadows at the Kings Canyon National Parks. We've all got family problems, relationship problems, work problems, and nature is one of those places that you can just visit and shed off everything, shed off all your problems. That's the feeling I got yesterday, and that's the feeling I'm getting today as well. When I'm within nature, I just feel like it's got a really strong healing property. You see all this larger than life beauty and it just overwhelms you. There's this quote I read a while back that said that it's important for every single man to experience the glory of nature occasionally. That means that all of us have the same kind of problems, the same kind of negativities in our life, and sometimes you just need to escape those negativities, come out here and experience what the world has to give you. That's the beauty of this place. That's the beauty of spending time within Earth's natural creations. It's extremely healing and you need it. So I'll tell you the best thing about nature, doing your cardio here. You know, when you do your cardio in the city, you're breathing in a lot of gases from factories, from cars. But in nature, when you're doing your cardio, you're breathing the kind of air that your ancestors were breathing. You're breathing the kind of air that your lungs are built to breathe. I promise you, combine exercise with this experience of nature, and that'll be one of the greatest things that your body ever experiences. Currently, just got done with an intense cardio session all the way up to this place called Morro Rock. One of the most grueling things I've done in my life, but the view's worth it. Check it out. This is what you work for. This is what you strive for. Not just when it comes to cardio, but even in life. I'm 25 years old. I don't know what I've done to deserve something as beautiful as this so early in life. Back in college, I was so nervous about how things would turn out. But then, at the age of 25, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing like God-given beauty in this way. Life is taking me there. Moments like this make you feel grateful. So we hit the top of Morro Rock for the sunset, and I immediately sat down for a meditation session because I was reminded of this yogic quote that I read a while back. The quote said that the formula for peace is equal to joy plus love plus gratitude. If you've got these three factors in your life, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving peace. That's what I see as a general vibe of California. Everywhere you go, everyone you speak with has these three factors in their life. They have joy in every single moment. Whatever they're doing it with a lot of happiness. They love whatever they're doing. There's a genuine passion for their exercise, their food, their nature. And the third very important thing is that they're grateful. They're grateful for where they are, just the way we're grateful for being here recording this place. I genuinely feel that California is a part of Earth that's the closest to heaven. That's how the whole place is. The weather, the people, the food, everything is absolutely gorgeous. If you want to find a piece of peace on this planet, this is one of those places that I definitely feel you should visit. And you know what? Even if you don't think that life will ever take you to California, that's all right. You can find this kind of peace by just getting out in nature and following the 3-point formula. Joy, love, and gratitude. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends. And until next time guys, until we do another travel vlog, I'll see you later.